Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of ToT. I've changed the name. It's 2 on Thursday at 7 o'clock. And tonight we
So
are
it would be
going
like tots. 2 on Thursday at 7.
right,
Tots.
TOTS. Okay, so tonight, okay, it's been a week and a half, okay,
Yeah,
everybody? So my mind is just like going everywhere. Tonight we're going to be using the Earth and Elegance paper and stamps and dies. Um, when I first seen this, I kind of liked it, but it wasn't one of my favorites. But now that I've worked with it, unbelievably, I've almost used all my paper that I had from a paper share that was 6x6. Um, and I really do like it. I think it can be worked for many different occasions. So before we get out into that, let me announce the winner for last week's 2 cards that we made. And that is Beverly Clemens. So congratulations, Beverly. You win the sympathy card. And then from the bottom of my heart, made with the irresistible bloom paper, and also the timeless arrangements where I cut out all the flowers. So Beverly, congratulations on that. Welcome, Cherie. How are you doing this evening? Um, Everybody, I will do a okay. So Beverly, congratulations. We're going to wait for a few minutes and see if other people can join us. Don't forget to comment. If you are watching a replay of this, please leave your comments. I do read them, and the more you comment, the more you have chances of entering to win the 2 cards that I make tonight. So the Earth and Elegance paper.
You have somebody from Boston.
I have.
Gina Marie Howard.
Hello,
on YouTube.
Hello, Gina on YouTube. Unfortunately, I can't see YouTube. All I see is Facebook. But my lovely assistant, who is my daughter, disregard that message that says "Welcome to Susie Q's Coffee and Chat." I have got to figure out how to get rid of those.
It's on there again.
Yes, and I have to figure out how I get it off. I just don't know. But welcome. If you are new to my channel and you're from Boston, I like Boston baked beans, the candy anyway. Well, I do those hard candies. I like those. Okay, well, welcome anyway. My assistant is laughing at me, but that's okay. She can laugh. Anyway, the Earth and Elegance, it goes with the copper clay, the gray granite, misty moonlight, moody mauve, pebbled path, pecan pie, and pretty peacock. And we're going to be using a couple of different colors tonight in our cards. I am going to be using the He's All That stamp set because we're making a masculine birthday card.
Hi, Shirley. She's on YouTube.
Hi, Shirley. Welcome. Like I said, I welcome all my YouTube viewers and all of my Facebook viewers. And I am just.
Colleen is on YouTube tonight.
Hi, Colleen. I got to figure out and play around with how I can see both YouTube and Facebook on my phone. I don't know how to do that. I'm still working at being computer literate, I guess. All right. So our card base tonight for our first card is Misty Moonlight, and it is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at our 4 1/4. Okay, well,
there you go.
See, and every time I work with blue, it messes with my color. All right, so we're going to set that aside, and maybe my color will go back to nice and bright white. There we go. Then I have a layer of the pebbled path, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. Hello, Beverly. You probably missed it, but you were the winner for last week's cards, so congratulations. Okay, that's going to be our top layer on top of our Misty Moonlight. And then from the DSP, I have cut two pieces that are 2" by 4", and we're going to use those. Then I have a 2" circle that's punched from Misty Moonlight. And then I have a strip of the designer series paper to go on the inside, and that is a 1/2" by 5 1/4 inch.
Oh, the cat's here.
Hello, Cat. Welcome. I'm glad you could join us. Here is a piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4 for our inside. And I am not going to stamp the inside. This is a birthday card for a male friend. And it's just going to have happy birthday to a classic. So that's going to be our greeting. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to start layering our, and I don't have an example to show you because I just kind of ran out of time to get one made up. So we are kind of winging it tonight. And I'll stay with me to the end and I'll explain all that to you. So we're going to lay these two pieces down. And like I said, this paper was not a big favorite of mine in the very beginning, but I began working with it. And I really do like it. I think it can be used for masculine cards, feminine cards, just, those friends that are like all those naturals. They like the neutral colors and not the brights. So we're going to layer these two pieces and get them as even on the edges as we can, just like so. Then I have got two pieces of the Pebbled Path ribbon, and this ribbon is so soft, and I've got all of the in colors for it, and I really like it. It's easy to work with. So we're going to lay this piece down about here. We're just going to kind of do it on an angle, and I'm going to use some mini glue dots. For the rectangles, Cat, that is 2" by 4". So you can either use glue dots or you can use even Scotch tape works for putting your ribbon onto the back of your card bases. So I'm going to lay this down here like so, and it doesn't have to be in any particular way. It's just on an angle. And this is a card sketch that I just went online and looked at for a simple basic card. So I have one strip there, and now I'm going to do another strip. And this is just going to kind of go right across both those pieces of designer series paper. So my Boston lady's name is what again?
Her name is Gina Marie.
Hi, Gina Marie. How's the weather in Boston? Weather has been very hot here in central Missouri. We have had rain the last few days, which we have been crying for. So that is a good thing for us. Our farmers are just dying without their rain. Okay, so
And
there
Cherie says the ribbon just sets it off.
Yes, it does. So I did that. Now let's go ahead and we're going to stamp our greeting in. Yeah, if I can find my Pebbled Path. There it is. I have been working very diligently on tomorrow's class cards. So I'm just taking my stamp that is from the He's All That, and I'm going to stamp that right there in the center of my circle. And there is our greeting. Now I know some of you like to have bling. However, I always feel that sometimes men and masculine cards don't need a lot of bling. After all, some of them may just throw our cards away, but then others may keep them forever. I know my husband keeps his. He just puts them back in the envelope and probably never ever sees them again. But so I'm just using my Stampin' Seal Plus, and I'm just going to lay this piece now on the card base.
Gina Marie says it's been 83 today and we've been waterlogged,
Oh,
flooded.
oh
Nice
my.
now and rain returning tomorrow.
Oh my. Well, we've had a lot of, some areas have had a lot of rain, not all areas. And then we're going to just take our Happy Birthday to a Classic, and we are going to use tiny dimensionals to pop that up off of our ribbon.
Anna Raposo joining from Florida.
Hi, Anna. Welcome tonight. You have to forgive me. I am not tech savvy as far as having all of the YouTube viewers on my
YouTube page and Facebook
page and all of that stuff. So I am still learning. I've done really well with just YouTube, and then I went, not YouTube, Facebook, and then I went to YouTube, but I'm still trying to figure out how I can see all the comments from all viewers. So now I'm just going to put our circle on the front of that, and then on the inside I am taking that piece of scrap and I'm going to attach that to the inside of our card. And like I said, this earthen elegance paper, it can be used for so many different things, as I'm going to show you for the next card. It's just as simple. It just has some different dimensions. And it also was a sketch card that I went out and I found, and I just kind of tweaked it to make it my own in how I wanted it to be. So for those that are new, please comment, because you have the chance of winning these cards tonight. And my practice is I do not stamp the inside. And then I don't always adhere the inside, so that when you get it, you can stamp it. And if you happen to make a mistake, then you can always do card surgery on it and flip it over. Okay, so that is our card number 1. Let me know what you think of that, ladies. All right, card number 2. And like I said, I'm just winging it tonight, but I have everything pre-cut so that we don't have to take the time for that. I do have
a fast card.
I know. Isn't that fast and simple?
10 minutes.
Yes. So, when you focus and you let the designer series paper kind of be the focal point, I think that always helps a lot to get some cards done really quick. So for this card, let me flip over my notes so that I can give you the measurements on them. I am making it with Pretty Peacock, that is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of pecan pie, and I'm not sure, I don't remember if the wood texture is still in for the embossing folder, but you can use any embossing folder that you want. I just grabbed this one, it was close and handy. And that's going to be the layer on our Pretty Peacock. We have a piece of Very Vanilla that is 5 1/4 by 4, and that's going to go on the inside. This piece here that's embossed.
Timber. Is that what you used?
Timber.
3D embosser?
I think it is.
That isn't. That is
okay. This is also 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Okay. So that's going to go on there. I have a couple of our stamps and dies used from the Earthen Textures. So I'm using this one and this one. And then I'm using the vase die, and I decided that I just went ahead and stamped these and die cut them out so that it was easier. I used a scrap of the designer series paper to die cut my vase. And this is also on designer series paper. That's the back of it. But the front of it is kind of like a gray tone. And I stamped in copper clay and moody mauve so that it would be kind of a little bit different. Okay. I do have another 1/2 inch by 5 1/4 inch that we're going to put on the inside of our card. And let's just go ahead and build this so that you understand, and I will give you the measurements as we go along. So let's go ahead and just glue this piece down. And especially with this paper, both sides are, I don't know, they're just really earthy tones and really pretty in their own way. Okay. I love the piece that I'm using, this piece here that has the different lines on it. So I'm just going to lay that down right next to the edge. Again, if you get this and you mess up on your greeting, then all you have to do is just slice this piece off, flip over your card, stamp it again, and then you can glue that piece right back down. So that's really easy. All right, let's go ahead and burnish our Pretty Peacock. I'm so glad they brought Pretty Peacock back. I really like Pretty Peacock. What?
Oh, we have this silly.
Oh, I've got this McAfee.
And I can't get it off.
Click over off. There you go. It's been popping up all day. I don't know what's going on.
Just won't leave me alone.
I guess I'm going to have to go in and see if I can get it deleted because it's driving me crazy.
It will not go away. It won't go away.
You got to love computers. I opened something yesterday that I probably shouldn't have. I knew it was a spam and a scam and all that stuff, but
Gina Marie she says she got the BSP but's waiting for the bundle.
Waiting for the bundle. I didn't have time, ladies, to check to see if the bundle was in or not. I'm not going to go into great details, but for the last week and a half, I've been dealing with some medical issues with my mom being in the hospital. She's 84, and it's just been a roller coaster ride. And I did not get that straight at all. No matter how hard I try, sometimes it just doesn't. Whoops. Just doesn't want to go straight for me, especially on camera. Come on, pull yourself over there so that I can make you halfway straight. All right, so I've laid down my emboss piece. Now we're going to work with our bottom portion of this card. This is a piece of the DSP that measures 3 3/4 by 3 1/4. And that's going to go and get laid down like so. And I've already made a mistake. Let me see if I can fix it. Because I am putting ribbon around this. And I knew I was going to do this. I love that sometimes if I'm not too hard on it, I can get and do my card surgery. And I'm going to get my silicone mat so that I can lay this down flat.
Anna says she's fairly new, and this is her second time watching you.
Oh.
And she's glad that she found you.
Well, thank you, Anna. Do you have a current demonstrator? So I'm going to lay this piece of the designer series paper down and give it a nice little border on both sides and at the bottom. And this is our multi-purpose glue. I just have it in a precision point bottle that I've got. And
Gina Marie loves combo liquid glue for surgery.
yes, it is great. I can get my Stamp and Seal Plus lifted up too. Sometimes it just is a little bit more difficult, and I really need to.
Hyperventilate when you have on that one.
Yeah, I really need to make sure that everything's straight before I start pressing down. But I am a very let's get her done thing. Okay, now this is another piece of the designer series paper from that Earth and Elegance, and it's just got that pretty peacock color on it. So we're going to lay this down now, and we are going to lay it right up at the top, matching our other designer series paper. So this has a few layers to it, but it's not too hard. And this piece is 3 by 2 7/8, I believe. I will double check here. And I know I probably use more glue than most demonstrators, but my biggest fear is that one of my cards will fall apart on one of my recipients. Okay, so let's just double check what that one is and make sure I'm telling you the right one. Yes, 3 by 2 7/8. So I was correct. Now I have a piece of very vanilla, and this piece measures 2 3/4 by 2 5/8. Okay. Now before I attach this piece, I am going to stamp on it. And the stamp that I'm using is from the Nature's Prints, where it says hello there, because I have such a small area to stamp on. I was afraid a real big sentiment from the Earthen Textures would be too big. I tried it and they just didn't seem to fit. So I like this hello there. It can be a gender neutral card for any occasion. And I stamp that in the pecan pie. And now I am going to build up our little vase that I have here. And we are going to attach our foliage that we stamped. And I'm going to place this on my card just to kind of see placement for my foliage.
So that green that you're using, that's peacock, right?
This is pretty peacock,
Pretty
yes.
peacock. Because on camera it looks more like a dark boho blue.
Yeah, no, it's pretty peacock. Cameras always don't make the colors look the way they are, true colors, okay? So I kind of like that. So I'm going to adhere my little foliage to the back of my vase. Just like so. And because of the cost of postage going up, I'm laying this down flat. But before I do, I'm going to attach my greeting square, or almost square, I should say. And I do have to apologize, ladies. Normally I do go and I do a video on Tuesdays, but this week it just did not happen. And I do apologize.
And next week's not looking good.
Well, not unless I can get it done over the weekend, and I'm just not so sure that's going to happen. All right, what did I do with my ruler? Come here, you little ruler. There you are. This is a piece of the pecan pie ribbon that is in the annual catalog, and I really like it because it's got the solid pecan pie on the edge. So I really like the way that looks. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this And I'm going to hide all that seam where all of my papers fit together. Okay, and this is about a 6-inch piece. You could probably use a smaller piece. And since I have glue still tacked on there, that's going to stick just fine and dandy. And now I am going to place this back on my pretty peacock. And I'm going to add some more glue just on the safe side. I mean, it's probably tacky enough that it would stick. But like I said, I've always been fearful that my card would come apart. And I know some people take their cards apart to see how to make them. Well, I sort of kind of make that impossible. I don't know. Um, I just don't want them to fall apart. So now we're going to lay this down. Bring this down a little bit more. Lay that down. And just so that this stays put, I'm going to put a little glue dot underneath there. Just right underneath that ribbon so that it holds it down. And now our little pot will go just like that. And like I said, I'm not using dimensionals on this. You could if you wanted to. I don't know. Let's have your suggestions, ladies. Laying flat or with dimensionals? Which would you prefer?
I vote dimensionals with a little bling.
Dorothy wants sparkles, and this is not necessarily sparkle, but we might give you some. Okay, so
every card needs sparkle.
Every card needs sparkle. Okay. Anybody else?
Cat
An opinion?
Says dimensions.
Cat says dimensions. Who else is for dimensions?
Me.
Okay. Well, we're going to use.
Gina Marie says dimensions.
Okay, so we got 3 dimensions. Well, let's go and use some dimensions, girls. I got them. You may as well use them. And really, the number of dimensions that I'm using is not going to make a big difference in the weight. I have found that if I have just dimensionals, I can usually send it for the regular first class price, which is, I don't know now, what, 67 cents? I don't know.
Or we know it'll be $1.75.
Well, yeah, when you send the dimensional ones or the ones that have bumpies, lumpies, and all of that good stuff, then it is like $1 to send. So I think the postal system is putting itself right out of business. I was too lazy to find my large ones, so we're just doing all mini ones. Sorry.
Why were you like having
yeah. Well, because I don't want it to sag.
Gina Marie says she thinks that we could sell it on the light feathers would be perfect.
Oh, on the light feathers. Okay. Well, just on part of it, we can probably do it on part of it.
Oh, you just kind of have sparkles.
See, Dorothy always thinks everything needs sparkles, and sometimes she goes way overboard. I mean, it's not a light sparkle. Hers is like everything gets sparkled. But then she thinks she's royalty, and I've told her over and over again she was not born of any royalty in my family, nor in her dad's.
You just don't know about it.
I mean, I have a great uncle that was a king in the Philippines, but I never met him, and he never met me. So, all right. So here we have our dimensionals now, and we're going to stick that right there. And I probably shouldn't have put one there because of the ribbon. So let's fix this, and I'm going to do double dimensions. Do y'all know what double dimensions are? It's where you put 2 dimensions because you have a higher area than another one that you're trying to pop it up with.
Even Colleen agrees. She says, can there really be too much sparkle?
Oh, all right, ladies, no. I'll sparkle it.
There cannot be too much sparkle.
All right. So I don't know if you can see it, but I put a double layer of those dimensionals because I'm holding it up close to me so that I can get those papers off. And you want to do that whenever you have a difference in height for your dimensionals. And because I did this and it was, get rid of that little piece of paper, on a single layer to a double layer with my ribbon and my other papers, oh, much better. And that one I think needs one to attach it down so that it does not pop up. One thing you don't want is your card to fold over when you put it in the envelope. So there we go. All right, Winkastella time.
Yay.
I think. Hi, Sarah. Welcome tonight. I'm so glad that you were able to join us. I've missed you at card class. All right, so here we go. We are Winkastelli
Yes.
in the little feather flowers or the little feather foliage.
I think it'll just give it just enough sparkle.
You do? Okay. Well, we'll give it just enough sparkle to do that. I think I might sparkle up this little part of our vase.
Oh, for sure.
All right, we'll just do some more because if you say you can never have too much,
You can't.
you can't. Huh?
Well, except on that one card I made, that was a little too much.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
I'm just kind of dotting around on the vase to give it some.
It got a little heavy-handed.
All right, so there is our card number 2.
That's so cool.
Okay, now let me show you, ladies. I'm going to put these 2 down here. And I must say that if you win these 2 cards, they are a one of a kind because I probably will not reproduce these. I have a very difficult time making 2 cards identical. The only time I do that is when I make my thank you cards for all of my customers and my teammates or my team members. So if you have ever thought about becoming a demonstrator, even if it's just as a hobby demonstrator, let me know and I'll be happy to talk to you about it. Um, you don't have to do what I do. Believe me, I long and hard thought, am I going to be just a hobby demonstrator or am I going to start doing all these YouTubes and Facebook videos? Well, it turns out I like doing the videos. So, card number 1, card number 2. Let me know what y'all think.
Gina Marie does not make identical cards except for Christmas cards.
Gina Marie, I am right there with you. Even sometimes my Christmas cards have to be all individualized, and that takes a lot of time. But I think it's worth it. At least my my special friends, they don't get duplicated cards.
Cherie says number 2.
Cherie likes number 2.
It's because of the sparkle. I know it is.
It's because of the sparkle. You think I'll sparkle the car?
Anna Marie says she likes it flat.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies, you continue to comment and you will be able to win these 2 cards next week. Okay. And like I said, you have the inside that you can. Whoops, where did my inside? Here we go. All right. So I know that the masculine card is kind of plain, and I could put some gems on it. I don't know. What do you all think? Should I sparkle up the car?
No, don't sparkle.
Okay.
That's a little too much.
All right. Should I put some gems on it? What do you think?
I've got 4 votes for number 2.
Yeah, number 2 is my favorite, even though number 1 I do like it. I maybe should have used a lighter color for my circle. but it went with the Misty Moonlight. I could have used gray granite maybe, and that would have brightened it up. And who knows, I might go ahead and change it.
I liked how the ribbon goes
sideways.
Yeah, I think that's kind of cool.
That's a good way to use up some scrap ribbon. All right. Well, ladies, let me show you what I have been very busy doing. I am leaving the 30th of July for a Blue Star Mothers Conference in Tennessee. And I volunteered to make some cards to put in our auction baskets. So I don't have anything on the inside yet, but these are my outside of my cards. Now, some of the product that I used is retired from Stampin' Up. Some of it is from one other military set that I have purchased because it had some more verses in it that I liked. So I have been busy making these. There's a birthday card. Some of these you may have already seen, but I have 20 to get done, plus some for me to sell. So that is what I have been very busy doing, along with trying to get everything else done. So I can't believe I'm done so soon. I'm like, really?
I don't have to give you a countdown.
No, you don't. So, and most of these I just kind of looked at a card and kind of designed it in my own way. This one here was from one of the techniques I did with water, with the blends and alcohol on vellum paper, and then I stamped in Versamark in the black. So I'm hoping that the people that bid on these baskets that will have different things in it, that they like these cards. I think they're really cute, cool. I hope the service members or family that gets these will enjoy them as much as I enjoyed making them.
I think I might have to bid on those baskets.
You might have to. So, and besides this, I made 13. I made 13 notebooks like this that were all red, white, and blue. So I made 13 of those, and I have 4 more of those to take, and then if I have anything extra, then I'm going to take them to sell them. So
everybody thinks those cards are very awesome.
All right. Well, thank you very much, ladies. I appreciate it. I love that I've got new people watching me. Please, if you watch the replay, hit that subscribe button, make a comment, let me know that you're watching me. I am very, very excited that I have grown on YouTube through one video that I posted, and I'm going to do a follow-up one of those probably when I get back. But it has increased my followers, and I love that. But I would love to increase the number of people that watch me live on Thursday nights and then watch my replays on Tuesday, unless I can get it to be live again, which I'm hoping after school starts I can. So everybody, thank you so much for taking out of your evening some time for me. I really appreciate it. If you do not have a current demonstrator, please check out my online store that Dorothy will put up my online store link. Go to my blog. You can see other cards that I've made and some directions for those. I will be posting the pictures for tonight plus the cutting measurements, and you can get those off of my blog post. All right. So thank you, everybody. I really appreciate my customers and my viewers very, very much. You all have an awesome weekend. And for those of you that are coming to class tomorrow, I am so anxious to share with you the cards that we're going to make. Bye.